Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for June 19th, 2015. And for today, we're expecting clouds and fog in the morning, and we're going to have some partial clearing in the afternoon, and that's due to this cold front that is going to be pressing south across our region here today. Hard to see it here, so I'll just kind of draw a little outline here. Here's where the cold front is, just like this. It's going to be pressing off to the south, and it should be a mostly dry frontal passage, probably a 1 in 5 or less chance of seeing an isolated shower with that. But this should push all the clouds, fog, and everything behind it. It is high pressure waiting to come in. So once that high pressure comes in behind that front, skies are going to be becoming partly cloudy later in the afternoon. Well, since the front comes through, say the front will come through somewhere between about 1 o'clock, 12 to 2 o'clock, something like that. And after that, we'll be in the mixed cloud and sun. You'll see this other feature here. This is the remnants of Tropical Storm Bill. Now a depression. It should be post-tropical very shortly. This is going to take a charge toward our coverage area in this direction like this. Now, the models have been trying to push this thing a little bit further south here. Let me get rid of all these arrows on here so these don't becoming doesn't get too confusing. Here's our system. The models are starting to take it in a path something like this, kind of take it right over DC and then out like this. Okay, so the models are doing that today, pushing a little bit further south as opposed to coming directly over a coverage area, which it was doing yesterday. Now, it doesn't really have much impact on our rainfall here. Well, the only thing that's going to do is keep us from getting into the 1.5 to 3 inch category. Now we'll be in the general half-inch to an inch across most areas, but locally heavier amounts as this moves through because we're not on the heaviest portion. However, if you do get down here to South Jersey, Delaware, you could be in line to get some of those heavier amounts, 1 to 2 inches, maybe a little more than that, depending on exactly where this goes. But one thing it has also been doing has been speeding up the timing. We've been talking about Father's Day and how the forecast for Father's Day was really going downhill, and it looked like the entire day or most of the day was going to be rain and clouds all day and just a miserable day for Father's Day. But now newest developments are saying no. Here's the European model going a little bit further from this point here. We'll see it go to this is Saturday afternoon here. Now, Saturday in our area here, we're not expecting any precipitation, but you could see this high pressure was toward north. This is the one that came in behind the cold front. This is now sitting in the Gulf of Maine. Every time you have a high pressure in the Gulf of Maine, that usually spells trouble because that brings the winds around it like this. You get an east-southeast or southeast, east-southeast wind. That is a marine flow. So, unfortunately, we might be stuck in the clouds, especially close to the coast you are. At least mostly cloudy, we'll call it here on Saturday. Even in these areas right in here across extreme eastern Pennsylvania, maybe just mostly cloudy, might be completely cloudy down on across most of New Jersey and Delaware with this marine influence. We'll have to keep an eye on that because Saturday isn't, although it looks dry, could stay with a lot more clouds than sun for sure. But here's our system here. So this is a look at about noon on Saturday, and it's sitting over northern Kentucky at this point. The very next frame, we're sitting over Cincinnati. So it's pretty much going west to east at this point, but you can see some of these rains are getting up in our area here. Now, this is looking at the overnight hours on Saturday night. So this is at between midnight and 7 a.m. or let's say 1 a.m. and 7 a.m. Okay, so that's where most of the heavy rain falls. But then it starts to pull most of the precipitation out. And this model was the only one showing this. Everything was showing pretty much rain all day. But now the NAM is starting to come in here like that too. This is the latest NAM, and it's even faster with getting it out of here. So this is a look at Saturday evening. Still clear in here. We're going to have an increase in clouds at that point later Saturday. But then as you get into about midnight, you can see it moving into south central PA, much of southeastern PA, Delaware, portions of interior South Jersey. And then it just cuts right across our coverage area. Brief heavy rain. This is a 4 to 6 hour duration event. This is not an all-night thing. This is look at 4 a.m. This is a look at 7 a.m. And if you see, this is the back edge. This is a simulated radar. Okay, this is the back edge right here. All this is moving out this way. This is 7 a.m. on Sunday. That means it's clearing out pretty quickly. Then we go to the next frame here to 10 a.m. All of Pennsylvania is now dry. Might have a few lingering clouds that are going to be breaking for sun on Sunday. So this could be a big chain turn of events here if this is in fact this fast, and we'll continue to monitor that as we get to the next frame here. New Jersey's now in the clear. This is now looking at noon on Sunday. We should be getting into the clear for pretty much everywhere, and then just an isolated shower or a thunderstorm just the rest of the day, and that's pretty much it. That's all you got. So that's out of here. So if that's the case, just if you want for your Father's Day to be pretty clear and just rain at night, that would be the best case scenario for the weekend if you have outdoor plans either Saturday or Sunday. That's what we're looking at right now. We're kind of keep our fingers crossed. Keep our fingers crossed for all the dads out there. And then we get into Monday, Tuesday. We're looking dry until Tuesday. We have a cold front coming through that could touch off an isolated shower or thunderstorm with that cold front. But then we're expecting clearing behind that. And we're dry again until we get to Wednesday. Might be dealing with another warm front. Another frontal boundary coming in as we get into the middle of next week. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martridge, and that is your outlook for June 19th, 2015. Have a great Friday.